I was the black sheep of the family growing up, and my mother was always concerned. We're gonna channel that hustle, and we're gonna make sure that you do something positive with it.
I'm a stock analyst. I was interviewing the CEO of a publicly traded company. 3 days later, I'm hopping around on the rooftop at Union Market, pretending to be a DJ, fitness instructor, rapper. I'm actually a native of Washington, grew up right outside of DC, and I run Boombox as kind of my passion project slash retirement plan.
There are 1 million people in the world with business plans sitting on a hard drive. One thing I've learned in corporate America is how to put together a project plan, making sure that everyone understands their role and exactly what they're responsible for. The basics, what needs to happen from an equipment perspective, what needs to change.
What up? Let's go, y'all. Let's work. Let's do this, Jordan. What you waiting on? Me. Let's go.
It really took us about 2.5 years to narrow down the concept, write the business plan, go back and forth, debate the business plan.
Before we opened, we had to do a lot of recon work. And one of the things I was really good at is going into a gym, almost like a secret shopper. Okay, how many members do you have? If I join here, will it be crowded? They're giving me all types of insights. What you don't realize is all the work that goes into putting on a class. Training the coaches to the operations of cleaning up.
Generating interest and/or revenue, and for us, it's getting bodies in the door.
There's so many elements to it when you've got a consumer-facing company.
But when it comes to business and operations, okay, we have to do this, and this. We actually started looking for locations for Boombox while we were writing the business plan.
This was, my stomping grounds for, years in the late 90s. Obviously, none of these apartment buildings were here. I remember I used to get my hair cut over here. Since then, you've got this waterfront, you've got, obviously, the baseball stadium, you got the soccer stadium on the other side. As a business owner, you want to be around other businesses like that.
We got a broker. I started looking for locations. I came back and really just said, it's time to go to work.
First-time entrepreneurs, going that franchise route is huge. It gives you a roadmap, it gives you a formula. I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm like, well, wait. Why would I pay this company $50,000, $70,000 for a franchise fee and then give them a residual? I'd rather take that 50 grand and build our own brand,
Entrepreneurship was something that completely scared me. It's something I never wanted or expected for myself. I didn't even want to sell candy in high school. I have to have general structure. I have to know what I'm going for. I'm super tactical, and
she's more of the rational, logical, and I'm kind of...
He operates in big ideas. I've made a project plan for everything. I made a script for everything.
That ain't me.
It ain't.
That ain't
and
me.
It drives me absolutely bananas.
You'll hear stories, and they'll be different, and you pick the one that's more entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
So Reggie and I met in a very millennial way. We met on Tinder. But how did we get to talking every day, though? Because I think right after that point...
Because I'm charming. Couldn't get enough of me.
I'm not really sure if that's what happened.
I think that was it.
It wasn't flirty. We really just kind of had this banter that was really cool, back and forth, challenging each other. We were cracking jokes all the time. We just kind of settled into this platonic relationship.
I tell him, I said, if we had gotten together,
yeah, we
wouldn't be able
friends
to do
right
this.
now.
Yeah, we wouldn't do this. Everybody hates me afterwards, right?
Reggie actually introduced me to boxing. I had no interest in it, didn't want to do it.
I'd say my first memories of boxing would be Sugar Ray Leonard. And that was cool, right? But it was really when Mike Tyson kind of hit the scene. He's my Muhammad Ali,
All right, so can we go over quickly the coaches? I think you talked to all the people. Do we look like we have viable candidates versus not?
Yeah.
One thing that's really important as well is our digital marketing. How are we engaging online? How are we being seen? Are we being seen, right?
It feels good like to have people identify us as a brand and say, hey, I want to
come and be a part of it, yeah.
How to kind of navigate somebody through a sale. So somebody comes in the first time, like what do you say to them after that class? Like how do we keep them on the hook? You want to take all of the randomness and potential for mistakes out of it.
Having to pivot as it relates to COVID. I mean, I think at one point this summer, I called every high school in DC trying to see if we could work out on their football field because we didn't have a place to work out outside.
We've had to rearrange the bags in the classroom. We've had to do even additional cleaning between classes, and like there's a ton of things to think about. It keeps it interesting, you know, for sure.
At the end of the day, I think long as the members are happy, it all came together.
Shake it out. Good work, team. Y'all came, y'all saw, y'all conquered. I love it, I love it, I love it. I think about what it took for us to get our lease here, and it's just the barriers to opening something. Like you gotta have good credit, you gotta have assets. But I think that's a roadblock that keeps, you know, a lot of minority-owned businesses out of areas like this. If I were to give some advice to someone else that doesn't have the capital, or may not have the means, like there's nothing wrong with kind of starting small. Everybody encounters like budget issues, and it's like trying to do the most with what you have available to you, and filling in the gaps kind of where you can.
You know, despite the setbacks that, 2020 has given us, like we haven't lost vision of our broader goal. Boombox 2, 3, and 4, in DC, outside of DC.
We'll be better positioned for location 2 and 3. Like we're kind of battle tested, war tested now, so.
I'm so humbled by just the support that we have. A little bit of hope, hard work for sure.
For years I'd come to work with boxing gloves on my backpack. Here we are today, and now, we got a full gym, man.
Even though we drive each other crazy at times, I don't really know if I could have done it with anybody else.
Yeah. If I could do it over again, I wouldn't do it with anybody else. No experience necessary. Like, if you want to do it, do it. It's not gonna be easy. Don't let the fact that you've never done something before keep you from doing something. Like, we're proof of that.